friends, welcome to my YouTube channel BHMS Learning. Are you ready to learn? Let's go to the topic of general pathology, that is inflammation, and we are now going to learn the inflammation part 1, that is acute inflammation. When any injury occurs to the tissue, there is disruption of the endothelium and this gives rise to the 4 cardinal signs of inflammation. These 4 cardinal signs are tumor, that is swelling, rubor, that is redness, dolor, that is pain, and calor, that is heat. Now we are going to see how these 4 cardinal signs actually occur due to the mechanism of inflammation. Inflammation is what is that? Inflammation is defined as series of pathological changes associated with vascular reaction and cellular response of the living tissue to an injury insufficient to kill that tissue. So now go to the acute inflammation. When this acute inflammation occurs, the etiologic agents are can be any injury, traveling support, physical agent, living agent, anyone can occur. And how this acute inflammation occurs? There are 2 events occupying simultaneously, that is vascular event and cellular events. These events occur simultaneously. How this occurs? Firstly, when injury is occurred, there is transient vasoconstriction of the vessel. When this injury is mild, this occurs for 3 to 5 seconds, and when injury is broad, that is big injury, this can occur for 4 to 5 minutes. After that event, there is persistent vasodilation, that is this vasoconstricted vessel goes vasodilated and there is increased blood volume, and this increased blood volume gives rise to 4 cardinal signs, that is rubor, tumor, dolor, and calor. How this occurs? Due to increased blood flow, there is redness. Due to increased blood flow, there is increased heat, and this gives rise to calor. And when this vasodilation has occurred, there is also the hydrostatic fluid has increased in its volume, and this gives rise to increased hydrostatic pressure. Then after that event, there is transudation of the fluid from the vessel to the extracellular space. This is the vessel, and out of that, which is the extracellular space. After this injury, there is the increased blood flow. So this blood fluid goes transudated from this endothelial space, goes here, and there is transudation of fluid. After the transudation, and transudation of fluid occurs, that means what? There is plasma transudation of fluid, and after plasma transudation of fluid, there is stasis of fluid. Of what stasis occurs? Actually the blood volume, that is blood cells, leukocytes, macrophages, that there are in the blood vessel, the stasis of that fluid occurs. After that, there is leukocytic margination occurs. After that, leukocytic margination occurs, and this event is taking place with the cellular event. What is vascular events? Related to the vessels, that is capillaries, venules, capillaries, that all is included in the vascular event. And simultaneously the cell, that is the functional unit of life, there are events taking place in the cellular event. What happen at the cell level? That is red blood cells, leukocyte. There is the first, there is margination and pavementing. How this occurs? This blood flow is the slow and axial while they are flowing, and when injury occurs, actually there is the submersion to that vessel, and margination occurs at the cell. This margination gives rise to the dilation of the red blood cells at the middle. So they get widened, and margination occurs at the side, and after that these leukocytes get adhered to the endothelium surface, and after that they start rolling down on the epithelial surface. After this event, after this event, leukocytes find the space to escape from the blood vessel. That is, they find the endothelium gap between the cells and they start escaping. And this process is known as transmigration, and sometimes also called as the terminology diaptesis. So let's study the further events. After this event, the migrated leukocyte find a way to go to the harmful agent to For this, the chemicals help them to escape from the blood vessels to that harmful agent. How this happens? This happens by the process of chemotaxis. These chemotaxic substances are the substances which attract the neutrophils towards that harmful agent, and they find a way to go through the harmful agent. And after finding that harmful agent, what the neutrophils do? They phagocyte the harmful agent. How this process happens? This process is known as phagocytosis. First, they have the signaling receptor on their body, that is, they have signaling receptor. First they find the receptor, and then recognition attachment occurs, and they start engulfing that harmful agent, and then they digest that material, they degrade that material, and finally they also keep this themselves get suicide with that harmful agent. For that organized process of inflammation, they need an avengers, that is chemical mediator. These chemical mediators help this process point to point. They mediate that process, that is they give direction to the process. They signals at the every point of, that is, first histamine, cell derived chemical mediators are there, and plasma protein derived mediators are also there. They help this process point to point by directing the way to that neutrophils, chemotaxis, everything. And these cell derived chemical mediators are histamine, serotonin, prostaglandin, leukotrienes, lysosomal enzymes, cytokines, and platelet activating factor. And the plasma protein derived chemical mediators are fibrin, kinin, bradykinin, and anaphylactasis. This is the end of inflammation. So we will see the further in chronic inflammation, and we will go in further details. Let's do like and share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for visiting. सॉरी गाइज, मैं तो भूल ही गई थी कि आप फीडबैक देना मत भूलिए। मुझे बताइए कि इसमें क्या क्या कमी है और मैं क्या क्या नया डाल सकती हूँ। मुझे आपके कमेंट्स बहुत मैटर करते हैं, सो प्लीज़ सेंड मी फीडबैक।